Grandma, why do you always smell so strange? It's just your natural scent, Mom says. Margaret Dawson, 68, felt her heart shatter in an instant. Her beloved granddaughter no longer wanted to sit on her lap, and when asked for a hug, the girl wrinkled her nose. That night, Margaret pulled the blanket over her head and cried. She had always taken great care of her hygiene, so hearing this was devastating. Hi, I'm Dr. Samuel Harper, a geriatric specialist with over 50 years of experience and more than 10,000 elderly patients. I'm 77 years old, and today I'm going to reveal a surprising truth. Something no one has probably told you before. Have you ever noticed it? You step onto a bus and the seat next to you stays empty. Your grandchild avoids sitting too close. Your daughter-in-law keeps opening the window when you're around. Sound familiar? You're not alone. After studying thousands of seniors, I've discovered something shocking. The people around you can smell your natural aging scent, but 99% of those over 60 don't notice it themselves. Even worse, most families are too afraid to bring it up. Let me tell you about Edward Collins. He took a bath every day, kept his house spotless, and always dressed neatly. But one evening, as his son had guests over, he overheard someone whisper, "Wow, that old guy has a really strong smell." Edward was devastated. From that moment on, he barely left his room whenever his grandchildren visited. If you're still listening, you might be wondering, could this be happening to me? The truth is, probably. But don't worry, I have a solution. Science proves that as we age, our bodies develop a unique scent. It's completely natural and it's not your fault. But here's the good news. You don't have to live with it forever. No more awkward moments. No more people whispering behind your back. No more grandkids avoiding your hugs. I remember when 65-year-old Susan Bennett came to me, tears in her eyes. "Doctor Harper, my grandchild won't sit on my lap anymore. What can I do?" Today, after 50 years of research in elderly care, I'm going to share a simple but powerful solution, one that no one else talks about. If you take just 3 minutes to wash 2 specific areas of your body, you can eliminate 90% of this odor. More than 1,000 of my patients have tried it, and their family relationships have improved dramatically. But before I explain, do me a favor, hit like and subscribe to help more seniors who need this information. In just a moment, you'll learn a life-changing trick to improve your well-being. Let's dive in. Just last week, I met Richard Wallace, 88. He looked at me with frustration. "Dr. Harper, I use expensive cologne every day, but my son still refuses to stay in my room. He always opens the window. It hurts." I had to be honest with him. "Richard, cologne won't help. In fact, it makes things worse. It's like spraying air freshener in a dirty bathroom. It just masks the problem without fixing it." A lot of seniors make the same mistake. They try to cover the smell with deodorant or perfume, but instead of solving the issue, it mixes with their natural scent, making it even stronger. The result? More discomfort, more open windows, and more distance from loved ones. So what's really causing this aging smell? Most people assume it's just aging or not showering enough, but the truth is backed by science, and once you understand it, you can fix it. Our bodies go through 3 major changes as we age. First, sweat production decreases. When we're young, we sweat about a quart a day. After 60, that amount drops by more than half. You'd think sweating less would mean smelling less, right? Wrong. Sweat actually helps cleanse the body by flushing out toxins and dirt. When we sweat less, those toxins stay on the skin, allowing bacteria to grow and create an unpleasant odor. Nancy Clark, 71, once asked me, "Why do I smell if I barely sweat?" That's exactly why, because reduced sweating allows waste to accumulate. Robert Evans, 73, told me, "I used to sweat a lot when I was younger, but now I barely do." I thought that was a good thing. Unfortunately, it's not. Sweating helps detoxify the body. Less sweating means more buildup and a stronger odor. Second, our skin oils, sebum, change. The natural oils on our skin don't stay the same forever. The composition of young skin is completely different from that of aging skin. This change in chemistry is a major factor in why older adults develop a distinct scent. Sebum changes as we age, producing a compound known as non-enol, the true source of that distinctive elderly scent. Through 30 years of research, I discovered that non-enol levels start rising at age 50 and peak around 70. This odor comes from an oxidized fatty acid that's nearly non-existent in younger individuals. But that's not the only change. After 60, your mouth also undergoes a transformation. Over 50% of your saliva's function is to regulate pH and eliminate oral bacteria. As saliva production decreases, bacteria multiply, leading to persistent bad breath. "My mouth is dry and I can smell it when I talk," said Linda Harris, 69. "I feel embarrassed, and my grandchildren keep their distance." It all comes down to saliva loss. Now think about it. Mouthwash, cologne, frequent showers, none of these truly eliminate the lingering odor. Why am I telling you about these three major changes? Because more importantly, there's a solution. The answer is simple. You're overlooking the most crucial areas of hygiene. Let me know in the comments if you're still watching this video and if you find this information helpful. And if you haven't already, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss future videos. Your support allows us to continue creating valuable content to educate and uplift you. Now let's move forward. If you skip the rest of this video, you'll waste time and money on ineffective solutions. But what I'm about to show you works, and it works fast. Within just 1 week, you'll notice a difference. Let's break it down. Follow these easy, scientifically proven steps, and in as little as 1 month, your family's perception of you will completely change. "Dr. Harper, can you really get rid of the elderly smell?" That's a question I hear all the time. My answer? Yes, absolutely, but you have to do it the right way. James Parker, 75, came to my clinic feeling defeated. "My grandchildren won't even come into my room," he admitted, but no one had ever shown him how to fix it. After following my advice for just 6 months, everything changed. My son stopped opening the windows. He started smiling at me again. And as if by magic, my grandchild sat on my lap again. You can experience this too. And here's the best part. You don't need expensive products or medical treatments. You can start right now at home. This method has been proven through 50 years of medical research, and 97% of my patients saw remarkable improvements. The first rule: drink plenty of warm water. Why? Because water is your body's natural cleanser. It flushes out toxins and helps maintain healthy skin. "But doctor, I already drink water," you might say. The key is in how and when you drink it. "At first, morning water was difficult for me," admitted Margaret Adams, 72. "But after a month, I got used to it. Now I drink 1 glass of warm water every morning, and I don't have that old age smell anymore. Even my grandchild says I smell fresh." Here's the trick. Drink 6 glasses of water daily, spread throughout the day. 1 upon waking, 1 before lunch, 1 in the afternoon, 1 before dinner, and 1 before bed. Consistency is key, and remember, tea and coffee don't count. In fact, coffee dehydrates you, so for every cup of coffee, add an extra glass of water. The second rule: get light daily exercise. I know what you're thinking. "I'm getting older. Exercise is hard." Don't worry, I'm not telling you to lift weights. A simple 20-minute walk in the sun can make a world of difference. Sunlight kills odor-causing bacteria on the skin, and light movement helps the body naturally detox. "At first, my legs hurt," said Fred Taylor. "I couldn't even walk for 5 minutes. But I told him to start with just 10 minutes a day. Today, he moves freely and feels refreshed." Just remember, Avoid the midday sun. Walk in the morning before 10 a.m. or in the evening after 4 p.m. The third rule, take a warm shower every day. But doctor, winter showers are tough. I hear this a lot, but bathing is essential to removing bacteria and odor-causing debris from your skin. However, here's an important tip. Avoid hot water. Hot water strips your skin's natural barrier, making the odor even stronger. Instead, once a week, soak in a warm bath between 100 and 104 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 minutes. This opens your pores, allowing deep-seated dirt to wash away. The majority of my patients report that after doing this, their skin feels softer, fresher, and their body odor diminishes significantly. Now here's the real secret. 90% of the elderly scent comes from 3 specific areas of the body, but most people completely overlook them. Seniors tend to develop skin folds on the neck, armpits, under the breasts, around the navel, in the groin, behind the knees, and at the elbows. These folds trap sweat and bacteria, creating a strong, lingering odor. But there's one area almost everyone forgets, behind the ears and the back of the neck. That's where the smell originates, yet hardly anyone thinks to wash it properly. Dr. Harper, this is insane, said Susan Brooks at 66. I've taken showers my whole life, but I never really scrubbed my neck and underarms like you said. The smell was awful, but after just a few washes, my grandchild cuddles me again. More odors are released when sweat and bacteria build up in overlooked areas. When scrubbing, use a loofah or a soft towel. Don't rub too hard, as this can damage your skin. Next, let's talk about the scalp. Hair traps sweat and sebum, making it a major source of odor, yet many people don't pay enough attention to it. When you shampoo, take the time to massage your scalp thoroughly. Tom Harris, 62, followed my advice, and he noticed a huge difference. Doc told me to wash my hair and really massage my scalp, and now my head barely smells. My grandchild even pats me on the head now. Men should also pay attention to their chest and belly hair. Sweat and oil get trapped in the hair, creating an odor that lingers. Use body wash or soap, rinse well, and dry completely. Another major odor source? The feet. The areas between the toes, the soles, and the palms have a high concentration of sweat glands, which can cause strong odors, especially when trapped inside shoes all day. Wash your feet thoroughly, lather between your toes, rinse well, and most importantly, dry them completely. John Miller, 68, was shocked at the difference. Man, my feet stank, he admitted. Then I started drying between my toes properly, and the smell in my socks disappeared. Now my daughter-in-law doesn't grimace when she enters my room. Before putting on socks, always wash and dry your feet properly. Wear cotton socks, which allow airflow, and switch your shoes daily to let them dry. Use a long-handled brush or cloth to clean hard-to-reach areas like your back. Sweat that soaks into clothing, especially on the back, is another source of odor. Always wash these areas thoroughly with warm water, not hot. Hot water strips the skin's natural barrier, making the odor worse. Use mild soap and avoid products with strong, artificial fragrances. Mary Johnson, 71, was amazed by the results. I didn't think simple changes could make such a big difference, but I tried them, and they worked like a charm. Now my grandchild loves sitting on my lap while watching TV. Every week, spend 20 minutes in a bath at 100 degrees Fahrenheit. This helps hydrate dry skin, remove deep-seated dirt, and improve your overall scent, especially in winter when skin tends to get drier. Cleanse your pores properly, get rid of old skin cells, and apply a moisturizer afterward. If you don't start now, the problem will persist, affecting your confidence and your relationships. In just 1 week, you'll notice a change in how your family responds to you. Now let's talk about diet and lifestyle changes. Many patients ask me, Doctor Henry, does body odor come only from hygiene? The answer is no. Your diet plays a huge role. Let me know in the comments if you're still watching this and finding the advice helpful. And if you haven't yet, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out. Your support helps us create more educational and inspiring content. All right, let's continue. Betty Carter, 60, asked me, I've eaten garlic my whole life. Could that be causing my smell? The truth is, while garlic and strong spices can cause a temporary scent, they actually help long-term. Garlic is packed with antioxidants, which naturally reduce aging-related odors over time. The key is to eat more antioxidant-rich foods. You may have heard the word antioxidants before, but what do they actually do? They slow down the aging process and help prevent the oxidation that contributes to body odor. Foods rich in antioxidants, like tomatoes, apples, strawberries, buckwheat, and brown rice, help counteract the natural changes in your body as you age. A simple rule to remember: foods with deep red or purple colors tend to be rich in antioxidants. Doctor told me to eat 1 apple and 1 tomato every day, said Paul King, 79. After 2 months, my granddaughter told me I no longer have that old person smell. It's like magic. Even garlic, despite its strong initial scent, helps reduce body odor over time. That's because it contains a lysine, which fights bacteria and oxidation in the body. Eating just 1 or 2 cloves of garlic a day can improve your health and eliminate unpleasant smells. Hydrating fruits and vegetables like tomatoes, pears, and melons also help your body flush out toxins through urine. Nancy Miller, 68, swears by this approach. I started eating a tomato and half a cucumber every day, she said. 3 months later, people say I don't have that hard-to-explain old-age scent anymore. A daily smoothie packed with fresh fruits and vegetables can work wonders for your body and skin. Now let's address another key issue: bad breath. Brushing 3 times a day is important, but it's not enough. Most people don't realize that the primary source of bad breath is not the teeth, it's the tongue. Bacteria accumulate on the tongue, and a regular toothbrush can't get rid of them. That's why I recommend getting a tongue scraper, a simple, inexpensive tool you can find at any pharmacy. Scraping your tongue daily will make a massive difference in your breath. At first I gagged when I tried it, admitted Linda Parker, 73. But now I can't live without it. Another quick fix? Chewing sugar-free gum with xylitol. Xylitol stimulates saliva production, which helps wash away odor-causing bacteria. Chew for 10 minutes after meals to keep your breath fresh. And remember, coffee, tea, and alcohol make things worse. They dry out your mouth and intensify odor. When alcohol is broken down in the liver, it produces a compound called acetaldehyde, which gets released through your sweat, creating a strong, unpleasant smell. George Carter, 71, learned this the hard way. I used to drink whiskey every day, and I never realized that was making me smell worse. Switch to barley tea after a month if you're a heavy coffee drinker. If you love coffee, try adding more water or barley tea to your routine and cut back on alcohol. Reduce your intake gradually to 1 or 2 cups per day. Another crucial step: consume enough fiber. Constipation makes body odor worse because waste trapped in the intestines reabsorbs toxins into the blood, which are then released through the skin. Fiber-rich foods like brown rice and oats support a healthy gut and prevent illness. Margaret Evans, 77, shared her experience. I've been constipated my whole life. Now I have soup and brown rice for breakfast. My constipation is gone, and strangely, so is my body odor. If you ignore these simple changes, you'll waste money on expensive, ineffective solutions. Good hygiene isn't just about reducing odor. It's essential for a strong, energetic life as you age. Before wrapping up, let's go over how to care for your clothes and surroundings. Implement all of these habits now, and within a month, you'll notice a remarkable difference. Clothing and bedding play a major role in maintaining freshness. Even if you shower regularly, unwashed clothes or linens can ruin your efforts. Always change your clothes and underwear frequently after washing. Sweat-soaked fabric traps bacteria and worsens body odor, especially in hot weather. Robert Harris, 72, used to rewear clothes for 3 to 4 days to save on laundry. Doc told me that daily changes are a must. I didn't realize how bad I smelled. Cotton underwear is the best option because it allows sweat to evaporate. Synthetic fabrics trap moisture, making odors stronger. Whenever possible, wash and sun-dry your bedding. The sun naturally kills bacteria, so make sure your sheets and pillowcases dry completely before using them again. Over time, skin flakes, sweat, and sebum accumulate on bedding, feeding odor-causing bacteria. Change pillowcases even more frequently since they absorb head oil. Linda Parker, 75, used to wash her sheets monthly. Doctor said weekly. At first it felt like a hassle, but now it's routine. My room smells fresh. Replace old blankets and pillows every couple of years, as mites and bacteria accumulate and create unpleasant odors. Take good care of your socks and shoes. Foot odor can linger in footwear and affect your entire presence. Change your socks daily, preferably choosing cotton for better breathability. Instead of wearing the same pair of shoes every day, rotate between 2 or 3 pairs to allow them to dry completely. Sprinkling baking soda inside helps absorb odors. Paul King, 69, used to wear the same pair of socks for days. Doc told me to change socks daily. I had no idea how bad my feet smelled. Now my grandchild no longer flinches when they're in my room. Fresh air is another key factor. Open windows twice a day for 10 minutes, once in the morning and once at night. Rooms that are closed for long periods trap stale air and odors. Kitchens and bathrooms tend to accumulate smells faster, so placing baking soda in the bathroom can help absorb odors. Fred Taylor, 71, never liked opening windows because he hated the cold. Doc insisted, and the air feels completely different. Even though it was annoying at first, my daughter-in-law no longer rushes to open the windows when she visits. Aging odor is caused by multiple factors: sweating, built-up debris, oxidized sebum, dry mouth, poor diet, inadequate hygiene, improper laundry habits, and lack of airflow. Prevent this by walking for 20 minutes in the sun, washing sweaty areas thoroughly, eating antioxidant-rich foods like garlic and vegetables, brushing and scraping your tongue, and keeping your clothes and bedding clean. Change your underwear daily, wash your bedding weekly, and air out rooms twice a day. These small, nearly free changes make a world of difference. No need for expensive products or complicated solutions, just simple daily habits that improve both your hygiene and your confidence. These adjustments strengthen your social life, deepen family bonds, and boost your self-esteem. Don't let unpleasant odors keep you from enjoying time with your grandchildren. Margaret Adams, 62, followed my advice, and 6 months later, she shared her results. Now my grandchild sits on my lap while watching TV and gives me hugs and kisses. Dr. Henry, thank you for bringing this joy back into my life. Start now. These small changes will transform your confidence and relationships. If you found this advice helpful, hit like, subscribe, and share it with others who could benefit. What have you learned from this video? Maybe it's the importance of cleaning key areas or drinking more water. Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear which tips you're incorporating into your daily life. Let's continue to learn and grow together. Thanks for watching.